There are gazes that defy logic. A look that doesn't just see, but pierces straight into the heart. That night, Jungkook looked at Jimin in a way he had never looked at anyone else. And when it happened, ARMY knew. There was something more than just friendship. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Moment, the place where we unravel the smallest moments that carry the deepest meanings. Today, we're diving into a single gaze. Yes, just one gaze, that was enough to make the world stop for a moment. Was it just fan service? Or a silent form of communication that didn't need words? There was something different in the way Jungkook looked at Jimin that night. It wasn't just an ordinary glance, it wasn't even the fleeting look someone gives when a camera is pointed at them. It was a gaze filled with meaning, heavy with emotion, and brimming with something unspoken. And Jimin, on the receiving end of that gaze, showed an expression that was a mix of nervousness and joy. His cheeks flushed slightly, his eyes dropped for a moment, and his lips curled into a small, genuine smile. A blend of shyness and sweetness so sincere, it shook the hearts of fans, especially those who followed their journey from the beginning. They seemed like they were sharing a secret code, a language without words that only they could understand. A connection like that can't be faked. It grows, slowly but surely, from trust, from shared time, from honest laughter and held back tears. Moments like these remind us that behind their global superstar status, there's still just two human beings, who feel love, warmth, and longing. And when Jungkook softly said, "You must know," the world paused. The words were simple, even barely audible. But for many, it was like a silent confession. A signal that something didn't need to be spelled out, because its meaning was already clear. The way Jungkook mentioned Jimin in such an emotional context that night strengthened the belief among fans that their bond runs far deeper than what's shown on screen. This isn't about gimmicks or fan service. This is about a real connection, about two people who understand each other without needing to say much. In an interview long ago, Jungkook once casually said that if he were a girl, he'd date Jimin. Many dismissed it as a joke, just lighthearted fun. But as time passed, that sentence took on new meaning. It became a reflection of how highly Jungkook regards Jimin. In his eyes, Jimin isn't just a groupmate, he is someone very special. A relationship like this is captivating to witness, because it's not confined by norms, nor controlled by public expectations. It grows naturally, beyond labels and categories. And that's what makes it so touching. There's honesty in their every interaction, a sense of safety created just by being in each other's presence. Jimin, with his warm, loving, and caring personality, is a home for many, and maybe also for Jungkook. On the other hand, Jungkook, with his sincerity and protectiveness, is always there to make sure Jimin feels seen and cherished. This dynamic forms a relationship so natural, so authentic, that it doesn't need grand proof. Just the way they look at each other says it all. Every laugh they share, every joke Jimin makes, and Jungkook's hearty response, creates small moments that make us believe that genuine relationships still exist. Every stage they've walked together, every song they've sung as a duo, stands as testimony to a closeness that cannot be faked. There's a strong chemistry between them, so palpable that it radiates even through a phone screen. What moves us isn't just that they're together, but how they take care of one another. When Jimin looks tired, Jungkook is there to steady him. When Jungkook goes quiet in his struggles, Jimin always knows what to say to bring back his smile. They are each other's safe haven, and that's the very definition of a genuine bond. Fans feel like they're part of their story. We've witnessed it from the start, from their innocent teenage years to now, grown men who still carry the warmth of youth. We've seen their struggles, their triumphs, and most importantly, how they've never lost each other through it all. There's something so touching about watching Jungkook instinctively fix Jimin's coat, or when he gently places his hand on Jimin's waist to guide him on stage. To others, these may seem insignificant, but to those who notice, those gestures speak volumes. Because true intimacy isn't always loud, it shows itself in the simplest acts. When Jungkook chose Serendipity, Jimin's solo, for the tour's closing, it became the peak of everything. That song isn't just symbolic of Jimin, but of their relationship. You are me and I am you. That line almost feels like a mantra that describes how they blend into one another. In emotion, in understanding, in purpose. Even though their personalities differ, Jimin being expressive and full of affection, and Jungkook quiet yet intense, they complement each other. Like yin and yang, light and dark, two poles that create perfect balance. Neither tries to outshine the other. They grow together, in harmony. Behind the scenes, they're still the same. Behind the spotlight, beyond the roaring concerts, they still share laughter, share silences, and share stories. That's what makes their relationship feel so real, because it doesn't depend on location or time. It lives in every moment, no matter how small. Jungkook once said, "When I look into Jimin's eyes, I know everything is going to be okay." Those words are not only beautiful, they're deeply meaningful. Because not many people in this world can understand us with just a look. And if they have that, then they have everything. In a world full of demands, pressure, and expectations, their relationship is an oasis. A space where honesty is valued, where being yourself is not just accepted, but loved. That's what makes their bond so strong. It's built on a solid foundation, mutual understanding and acceptance. And for us watching, their relationship teaches so much. That love doesn't always need to be declared aloud. That the smallest gestures can hold the greatest meanings. That in this life, finding someone who understands without explanation is a rare blessing. We don't know what the future holds. But one thing is certain, their story is already written in many hearts. Not because of fame, but because of sincerity. Not because of grand stage performances, but because of deeply meaningful little moments. That gaze, that hug, that laughter, it's all real. And if love means understanding without needing words, then maybe, just maybe, we're witnessing love itself. Growing between two people who've never really said it out loud, but have always shown it. In a world that moves fast, in a life full of spotlight and pressure, we see two people who still hold onto their small space, filled with warmth, understanding, and honesty. Jungkook and Jimin are more than just a duo on stage. They are a story about silent understanding, about protecting each other in ways only they comprehend. We may never hear the words, "I love you," spoken plainly between them. But through every look, every small touch, every sincere moment, we know that love is there. Thank you for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts about this moment, and subscribe to keep following their story that never fails to touch our hearts. See you in the next video, where love may not always be spoken, but is always felt. This isn't just a moment. Jikook.